Hey everyone, it's GreenEyedGuide here. As someone who studies caffeine and energy drinks, one of my favorite things to do is to look at what makes similar energy drinks different. In this energy drink duel, we're going to compare Yerba Mate and Marquis. Let's start with the similarities. First of all, they both have 100 milligrams of caffeine. They both have natural sources of caffeine. They are both lightly carbonated, and they both appeal to people who don't like or want this stereotypical energy drink. That's the similarities. Let's talk about differences. First, the caffeine sources. Caffeine sources are important because people respond differently to caffeine, but they also respond differently to different sources of caffeine. For example, your body might behave differently when you get coffee versus tea versus guarana versus yerba mate. In some studies, people perform differently in cognitive tests when they get caffeine versus tea. That's the subject for a whole nother post. But essentially, looking at the caffeine sources means your body might respond differently depending on where that caffeine is coming from. So let's look at the caffeine sources. This Marquis gets its caffeine from yerba mate, green coffee, and green tea. Yerbae gets its caffeine from, as you probably guessed from the label, yerba mate, as well as white tea and guarana. Again, the caffeine source is important to look at because your body might like one source of caffeine more than the others. That's important difference number one. Let's look at important difference number two, sweeteners. Yerbae doesn't have any. It's advertising itself as a sparkling water, so it tastes very similar to water. There is no sweetener in here, whereas Marquis has erythritol and it has stevia. Now, the third and probably the most important difference is taste. Taste is actually the number one reason people pick the energy drinks they do, according to research published in the British Medical Journal in 2016. But taste-wise, Marquis is advertising itself as more of a tea, so it has more of a flavor. It's kind of like a flavored sparkling tea, whereas Yerbae is marketing itself as a caffeinated water. So there's really, really muted flavors here. It doesn't really taste that good, in my opinion. It's just kind of bland, like water. So based on the caffeine sources you like, based on the flavors that you're looking for, one of these might seem more appealing to you than others. I hope this energy drink duel was helpful. Thanks for watching and listening. Take care.